I'm not well. Hello everyone. So I look a bit of a state at the moment. Oh my goodness. I usually have notes written down for doing these videos, but I had no idea I was going to be making this video today. I've been debating whether to make a video or not right now because I wanted this channel to be just full of lots of positive recovery stuff, because like pretty much every other group is just full of suffering and people saying how bad they feel and, you know, asking like, does anyone else have this symptom, and blah blah blah. But I also said in my first video that I wanted to be completely open and honest with everyone. So that means also being honest about when I'm struggling. And I am struggling. I had just finished making the October video where I was saying like everything is going so well. Everything was going so well. I was back to running and just having a really good time, and I was feeling really happy for the first time in 2 years or so. And I was really pleased with the progress I was making, but literally, I think just a couple of days later, I just had out of nowhere the biggest crash I've had since the initial one, and it wiped me off my feet. The first night I was having heart palpitations and I thought, oh, this is just another one of those weird thyroid things, and so I didn't think much of it, and I took slightly less thyroxine the next morning because I just assumed this is just a crash, because like I often just feel weird out of the blue. I went ahead and went to town, and I got there and I wasn't there for long, and I just got absolutely, felt like I was just knocked off my feet, and I just felt horrendous and had to go home. And then I lay down and thought, oh my goodness, this is it. I'm back in another massive crash. And I was just so disheartened because I've been trying so hard with the pacing and like really enjoying the running, and I thought, here we are again, back to square one. But just using all the mindfulness stuff that I use, I just do my best to just try and get through it. And I was working, and then I just started feeling like really, really cold. So cold, I was just shivering, and I thought, I'm just gonna take my temperature just out of curiosity because it must be like so low. I took my temperature and it ended up being really high, and I thought, oh right, okay, I suppose I'll do a COVID test. And I did a COVID test and then it was positive. So I'd like to say that I stayed calm and, you know, used all the skills that I've learned, but I freaked out. It's just really difficult to explain, but I got sick with a virus 2 years ago, and I have spent the past 2 years, the worst 2 years of my life, just trying to get better from it. And it's been horrific. It is horrific recovering from a post-viral illness. Like, it's horrendous. And after 2 years, to feel like I'm finally making progress, to then come down with another virus that feels exactly how you felt at the very beginning of this whole ordeal. I would describe the whole thing as being traumatic, extremely traumatic. So it's almost like PTSD, and I'm feeling the way I feel when I first got sick 2 years ago, and that is like the most terrifying thing I have ever experienced. I can't even, I'm so brain dead right now, I don't even know if I'm making sense, but the other day I was just thinking, am I gonna be back to square one again? And you kind of lose faith in how your body can recover from these things, because your last experience of a virus, you were sick for 2 years. So that sort of feels like that's how every virus is going to go. Before getting Ross River virus, I would have just assumed, oh, you get a virus, you're fine in a couple of days, push through it. And that's what I knew and believed. But now my beliefs are skewed. They're totally skewed, because I've been sick for 2 years from a virus. I'm just rambling on here. I don't even know what I'm saying. But the point is that it is flipping terrifying to have post-viral fatigue from one virus, and then the month that you start to make real progress, you get COVID. So that's all I'm trying to say. But ultimately, so now the positive things that I'm going to say, I'm not going to let this take me down. It's not happening. I feel like Ross River has taught me how not to recover from a virus. I was so stupid when I was recovering from Ross River. I've learned so much between now and then, and in a way it kind of feels like COVID is like the final test to use everything that I've learned in this journey. It's like if it was a game, it's like the final boss in a way, I think. And if I can get through this, which I will, then nothing is going to stop me again. I found myself last night, this is going to sound like crazy, but I was lying awake because I had a really high temperature and I couldn't sleep, and I ended up having a conversation with myself, and I was talking to my body, and I was trying to tell it, don't worry, this is okay, you're gonna get through this, and it's safe, and don't freak out, you're gonna be okay, and I'm going to listen this time, and I'm gonna do what you need me to do. And then I was talking to my mind. I sound like a crazy person. So I was saying to my mind, I'm in control of this. You're gonna listen to me, and everything is gonna be okay. The three of us are gonna work together. I'm laughing because it sounds so crazy now that I'm saying it out loud, but this is actually the conversation I had with myself last night. So I don't know like what the third person is, I had the body, the mind, and then me, but we're all the same thing. But anyway, this is how the conversation played out. So I was basically saying, body, I'm gonna do what you need me to do. It's gonna be okay. You don't need to freak out. This is only a virus. You're double vaccinated. You're gonna be fine. And then the mind, I was just telling it, calm down. You also don't need to freak out. You don't need to think the worst case scenario. You don't need to get in the stress state. You need to stay in the calm and healing state, and we're going to work together. I'm going to listen to you, you listen to me, and I promise I'm not going to run you down into the state like I did after Ross River virus. So that's pretty much, I think, all I've got to say. I really wanted to create a really fun video this weekend, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's better just to be completely honest about what's going on, and I've been feeling pretty down these past couple of days. Like yesterday, I was watching Shrek the Third, such a good film, but I was crying my eyes out over something Donkey said, and it wasn't even sad. And I'm like, am I going crazy? But anyway, lastly, I'm gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay. I'm feeling a lot better today than yesterday. There's no way I could have even thought about making a video yesterday. So yeah. So my plan for the next 10 days while I isolate is lots of meditation. I've been doing the Wim Hof breathing method. I'm gonna be in my sauna blanket every single day. I already was in my sauna blanket every single day, but even more so now. Drinking lots of cups of tea. What else am I gonna do? Lots of vitamin C. Lots of the supplements I'm taking are already good for antiviral things. And I'm just gonna sit and do fuck all. That's about it. I am gonna put out the video on saunas next, where I'm a bit more chirpier than today. Oh, I'm such a mess. Oh, I'm such a mess. But anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.